Did you know that as a creator on Pinterest, you have the ability to monetize through brand partnerships, affiliate revenue, even selling your own products and services? I have been a Pinterest creator since 2010, but when it comes to what works on the platform today, I wanted to sit down to film this video with my 4 top reasons why you should prioritize Pinterest in 2024. So Pinterest is actually my largest platform as a creator. And last year on Pinterest alone, I was able to partner with brands like Kate Spade New York and Walmart. I was able to passively sell my digital products like my invoice template and my ebook thanks to pins I created years ago. And I grew my email list as people discovered pins that I created featuring my email newsletter lead magnet. One of the best parts about Pinterest is that a little effort really does go a long way. In fact, in this video, I'm going to walk you through what you can do by spending just 1 hour a month on Pinterest. Before we dive in, if you are looking for more ways to work smarter, not harder as a content creator, don't forget to sign up for my upcoming free webinar. This free webinar is going to be all about how to start and scale passive income streams so that you can create consistent revenue for yourself as a creator and give yourself more time to dedicate towards projects you're truly passionate about. To save your seat, simply check out the link down below in the description box. Now, let's get into today's topic with the first reason that you should absolutely be utilizing Pinterest as a content creator, and that is you can get started with content that you have already created. Personally, I like to think of Pinterest as a content sprinkler. So it really is just getting your content out there, throwing a little over here, throwing a little over there, and getting it in front of many more eyeballs. Typically, when we create content, we're creating content with one particular platform in mind. But when it comes to all of your vertical content, you can repurpose all of that content over on Pinterest. And on some platforms, it's clear that video performs better or photos perform better, but on Pinterest, I typically find that it's a much more even split. Pinterest really is a great hub for both photo and video content. I think that when people see a video on Pinterest, it kind of forces them to stop scrolling and it helps draw them in to see if they're interested in more of your content or more content related to the video they just saw. But photos are equally great for Pinterest because people will often refer back to them for inspiration, so that means they're probably saving your photos to a board of their own. My second reason that you should be prioritizing Pinterest as a content creator is that you can link things. It is 2024. Instagram and TikTok still will not let you add a link to your post. There are obviously some exceptions to this and workarounds that we've found over the years, like having a link in your bio that you can direct people to, or being able to add a link sticker to your story. But when it comes to your feed posts and your TikTok videos, you're not able to just add a link for people to easily click on. You want to know where you can add a link to any piece of content that you publish? It's Pinterest. Pinterest smartly caught on to how important it is as a content creator to be able to add a link to a pin. Last year, Pinterest made a change and announced that all of their formats, photo, video, etc., were just going to be called pins. And once they made that change, we unlocked the capability to add a link to any pin that we create. So this can be a huge opportunity for you to get some additional revenue flowing through your business depending on what your goals are. And I have a few examples of goals or ways that you might be able to utilize links on pins to help you make more money. If one of your goals is to increase your ad revenue on your blog or YouTube channel, then you can add a link to a pin that directs people to your long form content. If your goal is to sell more of your own products or services, you can add pins that link people back to your website. If you want to grow your email list in 2024, which I think is super important for all content creators, consider adding some pins that feature your email freebie with a link to your sign up page. And if your goal is to increase your affiliate income, which is a great passive income stream to have as a content creator, then you can create pins that feature products and link to affiliate links that you've gotten either through a site like LTK or maybe your Amazon storefront, or any other direct affiliate program that you may be a part of. As always, when we talk about affiliates, you're going to want to add a disclosure, but on that note, Pinterest actually has a relatively new product tagging feature that will automatically disclose those sponsored products for you. And I'll share a screen recording with you here so you can see what this actually looks like. So rather than grabbing a link to your Amazon storefront or your LTK profile, you can grab a link to a single item and add it as a product. So what will happen is that product will then appear right underneath your pin on mobile or next to your pin on desktop whenever someone views it. You can also add a product sticker that appears as an overlay on your pin, but I prefer this way for tagging products. Another reason that Pinterest is so great for creators is you do not need to stress about niching down. Oh, the niche. It has been a hot topic of conversation over the years about whether or not you should have a focus or one primary topic that you create content about. What I love about Pinterest, both as a creator and also just as a pinner myself, is that you can create boards for your pins. Instagram sort of tried to copy this feature. I mean, they love to do that, where you can save a post and arrange it in a group or a folder, but it'll be all private on your phone. I really like the idea of boards on Pinterest, and this is something that Pinterest has had from the beginning because it allows you to kind of curate content and just put it in different areas or different places. Not only that, but people can just follow a board of yours on Pinterest. They don't even necessarily have to follow every single board that you have on your profile. Because of this, it enables you to be much more multi-passionate and well-rounded and post about more than one thing. Whether that means testing different mediums, like uploading both photos and videos to see how they perform, or creating content about different topics, anything from beauty to cooking, you just have so much more flexibility, and there's a lot less concern about whether or not the algorithm will hate you or restrict your content because it's not in line with what you get the most engagement on. Pinterest is also a search engine, as I'm sure many of you know, which means people are coming to Pinterest all the time looking for different things, whether it's makeup looks or easy weeknight dinner recipes or wedding tablescapes or whatever it is that people happen to be searching for. I like Pinterest because I can share anything and everything on Pinterest, from the books that I'm reading to what I'm wearing to New York Fashion Week. If you're still skeptical, I'm going to read you the top 5 pins from my profile in the last 30 days, and the difference in categories is like, this could be 5 different people pinning these things, but they're all me. My Bachelorette Jeopardy game, that's doing really well over on Pinterest. A roundup of black cocktail dresses that you can buy on Revolve. My dessert charcuterie board that always starts circulating again and picking up steam around Valentine's Day. So I didn't even pin that this year. That's from, I think, 2 years ago now. Finds for your dorm room. Okay, that one you could tell is old because I haven't lived in a dorm since 2016, so that must have been from a really long time ago. Looks like that's from a blog post that I wrote in 2015, by the way. And also a video where I talk about the best apps for content creators. So those are currently the top 5 performing pins from my profile, and they are all extremely different. So that is just further proof that you can post about multiple things on Pinterest and not get penalized for it. And the next reason why I think you should be prioritizing Pinterest this year, and this is probably the most important one, you can expand your reach and influence without burning out. So if you are a brand new content creator, think about even spending 1 hour a month on Pinterest. This is something I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what I would do with that 1 hour to make the most out of that time and help get you going on Pinterest. The first thing I would do is go through my previous month of content and pull any vertical photos or videos that I think might do well on Pinterest. Now, any videos or photos can have overlay text and things like that on them, but it's best to make sure that you remove any copyrighted music or sounds and make sure that there are no watermarks from other platforms on them. So we're talking about just the raw files as much as you can get those. So go through and pull some of your favorites. I would maybe aim for 10 to start out with and put those all into a folder, either on your desktop or maybe in Google Drive, and you can call it something like February 2024 Pinterest post. The next thing you're going to do is go to trends.pinterest.com. Then you're going to go back to your folder and you're going to take a look at the first image. Let's say that I have a photo of me wearing this banana dress from Farm Rio. I just love this dress. It like makes me smile every time I look at it. So anyway, photo of me out on the street wearing this sweater dress. So I am going to, on trends.pinterest.com, start to type in some keywords that describe that photo. So the first one that would probably come to mind for me is sweater dress. And when you type that in, you're going to be able to see if that is currently trending, if that word appears at all. That means it is trending or could be trending at some point. But you'll also be able to see a little graph, and that will indicate to you, is that trend just taking off? Are people currently searching for it? Or did it dip down a little bit? Are people starting to get off of sweater dresses and now people want to know what spring dresses we should be wearing because we're all cold and we're trying to get out of that mindset? So take a minute or two here and plug in some different keywords, see how you can describe the photo, and then based on your research, choose a title for your pin using a keyword that is showing up on trends.pinterest.com. Now for the caption, this is another place to give Pinterest information and tell Pinterest what is this photo about. But we only have an hour here, so if you've already shared this content on another platform, I would highly suggest taking part of whatever the caption was on Instagram or description of a YouTube video, whatever it was, and adding that into the caption, or taking at least a sentence or two to further describe the image and pasting it into the caption box. And then you're going to add a link to it based on whatever goal you are working towards that I mentioned earlier in this video. So if my goal was to add an affiliate link so people could shop this dress, then I would link out to my LTK profile. Or if I had a blog post where I talked more about the dress, maybe I'm linking out to my blog. And then you do have the ability to publish right then and there, but what I recommend you do, since we're trying to kind of batch create content in this 1 hour, is schedule your pin. Now, if you're just starting out, don't worry about trying to hit a certain magic number of pins each month, but think about, for the number of images that you are able to pin in this 1 hour, how many you have, and then use that to kind of inform the distribution for the month. So if you were able to grab 10 images to pin for a single month, then I would recommend spacing out those pins so you have one going live, and then every 3 days you have a new pin going live. If you had 30 pins, then you could schedule out 1 pin a day. You can add tags as well. Maybe just add 1 or 2 tags, again, to give Pinterest some more information, but don't stress out too much about those right now. And that's pretty much it. And then you will rinse and repeat that process for the rest of the images that you were able to pull. And by the way, this is an activity that I like to do while listening to a podcast or having a rerun of Gilmore Girls on in the background. So if you're still feeling a little unmotivated, make yourself like a cup of hot chocolate, get cozy, put on that comfort show or your favorite podcast, and just get going on it. And you'll be surprised how quickly the hour goes by. And this is actually a type of busy work that I don't really mind as a content creator. Remember, Pinterest is a huge opportunity because this is a place where you can get brand new people who have not yet discovered you or your work to get their eyeballs over on your content. What we're essentially doing here is casting a wide net. We're doing that content sprinkler, and that increases the chance, the wider the net, the more fish we can catch? Maybe I should have stuck with the sprinkler metaphor. Anyway, you want to cast a wide net by posting on multiple platforms to increase the number of people who might see your content and want to shop your outfit or start following you or sign up for your email newsletter. Again, whatever your goal is, there is so much potential that can be unlocked with Pinterest, and that is why I was so excited to film this video today. And remember, because Pinterest is searchable, the lifespan of your content is going to be so much longer than the lifespan of your content on a platform like TikTok or on Instagram. I mean, the fact that this blog post, which by the way, I looked up and this was actually in partnership with Pottery Barn Teen. I did a sponsored blog post with them back in 2015 when I was in college. So maybe I should let them know that that blog post is still going strong. And that's actually something you should keep in mind when you are negotiating your rates for blog posts, is the longevity of that content and how important blog posts are, especially if you're able to pin a pin on Pinterest to promote them or have great SEO that makes them something people find even years after it was initially created. Again, just the fact that that pin is from 2015. I know the dessert charcuterie board now, I looked it up, is from 2021. You really are able to get much more out of your content, which is all the more reason to start now. If you want to learn more ways to increase your passive income this year, please don't forget to sign up for my free webinar. I'm so excited to see lots of you there live, and the session is being offered at a few different times, so make sure to choose the one that works best for your schedule at the link down below. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to my channel for new videos every week. And if you want to learn more about how to increase your affiliate revenue using Pinterest, check out the up next recommendation on the screen. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.